turn off that damn music? How do I turn off Flight Simulator 2024 startup music?
To disable the startup music in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, go to Options, then General Options, and finally Sound. Set the music volume to 0. You can also mute the game using the Windows Volume Mixer or the Xbox Game Bar.
Okay. Alright, I found it. That was easy. Welcome back, guys. All right, just got back from work. I believe I am off tomorrow. So we're gonna knock out a flight. Last flight we did was to Shanghai, China. You guys might hopefully, not like anyone watches this, but maybe somebody will randomly run across this stuff and take an interest or whatever. So, all right, we're going to be flying out of Shanghai. I've just got to figure out where to. We will figure that out right now on flight radar. All right, ZSPD. Pudong International Airport. Departure board. Okay, I don't mess with Airbuses if I don't need to. The next Boeing or non-Airbus, I would say, would be this one here. Dalian Airlines. Never heard of them. And that's a 737 MAX 8 flight. I don't even know where Dalian or the Dalian is. So let's take a look. Well, first I need to figure out what ICAO code I need to use for that airline. Go ahead and search. Oh, come on. All right, Dalian Airlines. Okay, Sichuan, China. CCD is their ICAO code. Okay, I guess we can try that one. I don't know my way around China for shit, so where is that? I don't know. Shangyang, whatever. I don't know if that's where it's at or just curious. What is this? Okay. I don't know. Maybe that's where it's at. I guess we'll figure it out. So there's a CCD flight right there. That was the designator, right? Okay, 8954. Dalian 8954. Let's go to SimBrief. CCD 8954. All right, depart ZSPD and DLC. That is ZYTL for ICAO. Okay, and let's see, B38 Mike. That is not at all where I thought it would be. All right, so it's actually up this way going toward Pyongyang. All right, 604 nautical miles. That's not that far. Hour and a half or so flight. Three-five right. Tentative departure. Are these supposed to be in meters or something? I don't know. These must be in, well, I'm used to nautical miles per hour. Is this kilometers per hour or something? 859, I would have to imagine, and I don't know what these are, so I'm guessing it's something to do with. It's showing initial altitude 38,100. So, yeah, it's probably meters if I had to guess. Seems about right because 1 meter is 3.25 feet, or roughly. I'm just curious. 1160 times 3.25. I mean, that's 3770, so I'm just a decimal off there, it looks like. So something about how that's maybe truncated on purpose or something. So maybe it's 11,300 meters. Yeah, that would put me roughly 38,000 feet. So see what we can do there. It's kind of a interesting arrival procedure there, or pattern. All right, we'll get it pre-filed on SayIntentions.
What?
What?
The donut walk.
Okay, so let's go ahead and see if we got Dalian Airlines livery. I don't know. I say I've never even heard of this damn airline, so I honestly have no idea if I even have it. Let's find out here. Okay, no, it does not look like it. So since we're still in China, I guess we can stick with Shanghai Airlines. At least their livery. You know, I think about it. I'm just curious. What does Flight 7.2 have for liveries for Dalian Airlines? Just throw it out there, see what's going on, what they have. Okay, they have a PMDG 738 livery, but I would not bet on that being compatible with the default 738. I don't use PMDG, so I think the default one is, just fine for my needs, I guess. So we'll go with that. I guess there's a Starlink launch.
Yeah. Let me put my jacket and be out there.
Okay, so we're gonna probably go outside and watch the Starlink rocket launch here in a second. Yeah, about a minute and a half from now. So I guess we'll be back with you in a bit. Go check that out about 5, and we'll come back. you guys at?
I'm going to get the mail.
Okay. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and get back into the sim. All right, ZSPD. Pudong. And try to remember where we parked last. I believe it was, well, was it that one or no? It was over here, I think. We'll go with that one. That's where about where we parked on the last flight. Go ahead and start that one up. Okay, what? I don't need that. Yeah, I was using the drone view, I think, right after I stopped that last live stream to look at a couple of things, but make sure, yeah, we do have external power available. I'm going to get the VR goggles fired up, and we'll press on. Yeah, it actually turns out and even if nobody's really watching these streams for the most part yet, it's still a good thing that I'm live streaming these because I can actually refer to them when I want to do like bug footage or stuff. What happened to my? Come on. Updates in progress. Great. Okay, I'm trying to do shit, so I don't want you. Why do I need you updating when I'm trying to use you? I don't. Get out of here. Do your update when I'm not when I'm not busy with you. All right, connected. We'll get over into. Let's get that started up. Okay, I don't think I've really bothered to do anything with this area. I forgot that I can even use that. Yeah, there's an add-on. I mean, you can download this add-on. Well, what's going on here? Okay, let's go ahead and get this at least set up. I need to get our IRSs started aligning. And import our weights. Okay. Get that out of here. Okay, this part here is also an add-on thing that you can do. Let's see, 121.95. And as usual, I set the VHF2 to the ramp channel. Okay, why am I... Let's see, I shouldn't be all the way back here at the back of the seat. Okay, let's go to clearance so we know what we're expecting to do first. Get our autopilot stuff preset as much as we can, which isn't much until I get clearance. Alright, we'll go ahead and ask for clearance now. Clearance, Dalian 8954, request IFR to Dalian.
Clearance on request. You're number 1. Jiangjian 8954. Information Oscar is current. Clear to Dalian via radar vectors. I beg you, then as filed. Expect runway 35 right. Initial climb to 3,000 feet. Departure on 1, 19 decimal, 0, 75, squawk, 4647.
Okay, so it's Shangyang, whatever, okay. Radar vectors, I beg ye, then as filed, expect 35 right departure, climb 3000, departure on 119er075, and spot 4647, Shanghai 8954.
Jiangjian 8954. Read back correct. Ground is on 121, decimal 62. 5 safe flight, sir.
121.625 for 8954. Alright, we'll get what we can set up here. We got Ditto heat on. Alright, IRS set up. I'm kind of doing this a little bit quicker, but... Alright.
1943 contact tower on 118 decimal 4.
Tower 1943.
Okay, I beg you, oh wait. Let's get through all this. ZSPD. Route.
Shanghai 90393 ready to taxi.
89.
Shanghai 90393. Runway 34 left taxi. Via Lima 04. Papa 5. Alpha, Tango 3, Foxtrot, Echo 0.
Runway 34 left taxi via Lima 04, Papa 5, Alpha, Tango 3, Foxtrot, Echo 0, Shanghai 90393.
Okay, we're direct. I beg you already, radar vectors, so that's good enough to start with. Zero fuel, 134.7. .0 cost index is 44. Sure, why not? Oops.
Spring 6577 request pushback.
That's in my
Spring 6577, cleared for push and start.
Pushback and start approved, Spring 6577.
Cruise winds 239 at 44. Okay, we need to go to the performance tab on here. Populate from last flight. Everything looks good there. Yeah. Alright, calculate it. Alright, we're going to do the DTO2 setting. Flaps 5. Let's go ahead and get them extended now. Or at least the lever to where it needs to be. I got hydraulic pumps running, so I noticed I don't know. It's saying leading edge flaps in transit, but okay, VR speed is going to be 160. Alright, VREF 40 is 140. 14 knot headwind component. Elevation 12, but we got 13,000 foot long runway, so alright, we're gonna be more than halfway down.
Junior 2072, taxi to parking via Foxtrot 3, Foxtrot, Romeo 4, Lima 08.
Okay,
Foxtrot 3, Foxtrot, Romeo 4, Lima 08, Junior Air 2072.
CG is 30. So we're going to do flaps 5 and CG 30. Look like right at 5 for takeoff trim setting. Okay, 139 is the natural V speed, but again, the plan is to go up to 160 before rotating for better climb takeoff performance or climb performance, whatever. Okay, looks like we are set up. Not worried about any of that because we already got our info.
Spring 6577 ready to taxi.
Spring 6577, runway 35 right taxi via Lima 02, Victor 2, Tango 2, Papa 1.
Runway 35 right taxi via Lima 02, Victor 2, Tango 2, Papa 1, Spring 6577.
Okay, so it's going to be a short taxi path because we are right here and we're going to be taking off from this runway right here. So very little to work with, to worry about there. 348 is our initial heading. Okay, I don't remember seeing a QNH though. Okay, yeah, info Oscar, we'll get that ourselves through the weather. That was basically why they mentioned info Oscar is current. Basically, it suggested we get in here.
073 request push and start clearance.
Shanghai Nina 073, pushback approved.
Okay, clouds and visibility okay.
Shanghai
Temperature
073.
70. UNH 1019.
Ground Air China 8336, taxi to parking.
Air China 8336, taxi to parking via Foxtrot 3, Foxtrot, Tango 4, Lima.
Foxtrot 3, Foxtrot, Tango 4, Lima, Air China 8336.
Alright. Okay, looks like we're good there. Ground, Xingyang 8954, request pushback and startup.
Shenzhen 8954, push and start approved, face west.
Push and start approved, face west, Xingyang 8954. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right, it's... okay. get this out of the way. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and minimize that. Ramp, flight deck, please connect the tug.
Ground to flight deck, tug on the way.
Okay, good amount of, oh, the tug's actually moving this time. Nice. Alright, a lot of China Eastern Airlines liveries here.
Bypass get inserted. Just let me know when you're ready to start the pushback.
Park and brake release, ready for pushback. Face west.
Ground to flight deck, tug standing by, pushback commencing, facing west.
Alrighty, let's get. Alright, yeah, they're getting ready to start pushing us now, it looks like. Let's see the aircraft starting to nose up.
Ground to flight deck, clear for engine start sequence.
Copy, clear engine start. Yeah, that's a really short path there. Really just probably going to follow right over here. I might turn left here or turn left up here, and that's it, basically. We'll get it figured out. Okay, number one, I can see rotating. So that's one of the other things too. When you're doing engine starts on an aircraft, the ground man will start. They'll say rotation first, and then right after that, once there's indication at all in the cockpit, the left seater will say indicated, and they'll look at the other stuff here, like fuel ignition, fuel flow. Yeah, we got ignition and fuel flow now. Got ignition when we see that, and fuel flow when we see that, and then alright, oil pressure on the rise. Oil temp up. Alright, that one's up online. Everything looks good. Number two, rotation indicated. Load ring. Alright, good. Yeah, they're turning me the right way.
Ground to flight deck, pushback complete. Please ensure parking brakes are set. Standing by for confirmation of good engine start and report when ready for disconnect.
Somebody's taxiing this way. China Eastern, it looks like. 737. Alright, ignition. Fuel flow. Alright, flaps moving. Got oil pressure. Oil temp on the rise. I don't know, is that China Eastern or somebody else? Alright, everything's up to speed there. Parking brake set. Both engines started and run. Good. You're clear to disconnect the tug.
request to board if needed.
Ramp, flight deck, pushback complete. Disconnect the tip. Right. Oh.
Flight deck bypass has been removed. We've disconnected and crew is clear. You're good to go. See you soon.
Probably clear. Thanks. Have a good day. All right.
You're still on apron frequency.
Huh. No, I'm not. Yeah, I'm on ground. Ground, Shanghai 8954 is ready to taxi.
Shenzhen 8954, Pudong ground, runway 35 right taxi via Lima 19, Bravo, Papa 1.
35 right via Lima 19er, Bravo, and Papa 1, Shanghai 8954. Shanghai, Lima 19, Bravo, and Papa 1. There's no taxiway, I didn't know. Markings here. What about here? Oh, there we go. Okay, Lima 19 and then Bravo and Papa 1. Okay, Lima 19. Bravo's that main drag and then Papa 1 go across. Okay.
China Southern 3289er, taxi to the gate.
China Southern 3289er, taxi to parking via Foxtrot 3 Foxtrot, Tango 4, Whiskey 1, Lima 04.
Okay.
Foxtrot 3, Foxtrot Tango 4, Whiskey 1, Lima 04, China Southern 3289er.
Okay, now I don't know where that person is, but or that aircraft is. Hopefully they won't interfere with us. I don't see anything going on there yet. Might be behind us. There's one over there, but he looks like he's getting ready to take off. There's two of them over there on the way to, you know, either one's holding and one's on the way to there. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure this is Bravo coming up.
Shenzhen 8954, contact tower on 118.4, take care.
118.4 for Shanghai 8954. Tower, Shanghai 8954, holding short of 35 right, ready for takeoff.
8954, Pudong Tower, runway 35 right, winds 340 at 14, cleared for takeoff.
Clear takeoff, 8954. Okay, we don't have any fuel in the center tank, so don't need to have those pumps running. Let's see.
Approaching runway 35, right.
Let's get set to RTO there. Traffic check. Glad we're all right there. Come on. Alright, now let's get ourselves spooled up.
On runway 35, right, remaining 2,900
Alright.
feet.
160 is what we're looking for. Let's see. Alright, past our basic VR speed now, but you gotta say we want to get up to 169. We're at 160. Yeah, look at that climb.
Shanghai Niner 073, holding short 34 left, ready for departure. Shanghai Niner 073, winds 340 at 14, runway 34 left, cleared for takeoff. Safe travels. 34 left, cleared for takeoff. Shanghai Niner 073. Contact departure.
Switching departure, 8954.
Shenzhen 8954, departures use runways 34 left, 35 right, 34 right, 35 left only.
What? Oh, shit.
China Eastern 5637, climb and maintain flight level 110. Up to flight level 110,
What?
China Eastern 5637.
Just took off. Just took off. Departure, Shenzhen 8954 with you, 2200, climbing 3000.
Shenzhen 8954, Shanghai departure, radar contact. Climb flight level 230, turn right, heading 050, vectors to I beg you, then on course.
Said, flight level time. Right turn 050 vectors, I bet you, and then climb flight level 230, 8954. I'm in China. Alright. What? Oh. They leveled
Departure Shanghai 907, 2000 for 4000.
Okay, leveled up.
Shanghai 9007, 3, radar contact. Climb and maintain 10,000.
Okay, I'm getting my range out.
073.
Okay, so I'm going to intercept this magenta line here, then turn on course from there. I'm going to turn the LNAV on. And
Shanghai 9073 contact. Shanghai Control on 126.175.
Yeah, I beg you's where I'm set up to go.
126.175 for Shanghai Niner 073. Good day.
Tianjin 8954. Direct I beg you, then as filed, please.
Direct, I beg you, then it's filed, 8954. Number of buildings here. Not densely populated here, it looks like, but... Oh, what's this here? It's another airplane? Yeah. Where's he going? Maybe on its way down to land there in Shanghai? That's where I just took off from, was from Shanghai Airport. Or Pudong Airport in Shanghai.
Tianjin 8954. Climb flight level 250.
Climb flight level 250, 8954. Okay, what? I feel you, Bruce. Alright, next I'm going to be waiting until I climb up above 10,000 feet, then I can accelerate to 280. I'm not using the livery that I planned on because I don't have the actual flight is some Chinese company called Dalian Airlines, but I guess they go by Changying, whatever, as the telephony that they call it. I don't have the livery for their aircraft, for their company though, so I'm using the last one I used, which is that Shanghai Airlines. Go out over the water and then head north. We got a lot of
Yellow
islands.
Air 1187. Climb and maintain flight level 240.
Up to flight level 240, Junior Air 1187.
Yeah, I'm up above 10,000 now, so I can accelerate. Not supposed to go above 250 knots when you're below 10,000 feet.
Why?
Because at that altitude there's more aircraft around, and it's, you know, things happen more quickly when everybody's going faster.
Tianjin 8954. Climb flight level 290.
Flight level 290 for 8954. Okay, it's. I got. Why am I? Yeah, let me drop a couple of hundred on my vertical speed. If I'm climbing too steep, I can't pick up the airspeed. So, drop my vertical speed a couple hundred. Watch what happens there. Might bring it back. Bring it down a couple more to get it up there a little more quickly.
37279. Contact Daegu Center on 125.375.
Okay, getting ready to intercept.
125.375 for Spring 7279er. Good day.
1672.
Yeah,
Contact
see that white
Shanghai
line?
Control
It's
on
curving.
126.175.
Yeah, once that started curving, that was
125 for 1672.
Yeah, it's about a 600-mile flight on this one, but I usually run at 4x speed as we get, once I'm at altitude. Okay, I don't have a distance to the destination, which means I don't have my arrival info in there yet. Usually once I get up to cruise altitude, or I'm not focused on making like little minor adjustments here and there as I go, I'll start figuring out what runway and approach and all that I need to plan on or possibly plan on and get it plugged in, then I'll have a better idea how far I am. Okay.
Tianjin 8954. Climb flight level 330.
I don't know why they do that. Just tell me to climb to whatever it is right away. Climb flight level 330 for Shanghai 8954. Alright, 7 miles out. 6.5 now from our waypoint, so we're going to be turning left here pretty soon. Alright, we're holding 280. Yeah, I'll go ahead. Yeah, I'll go ahead and leave my vertical speed at 1600 for now. Oh. I don't know how to get rid of these, but I know how to get rid of that toolbar thing.
Tianjin 8954. Contact Shanghai Control on 120.55.
120.55 for 8954. Okay, it automatically plugs that frequency into my standby. I just had to hit that to change it over to active. And when I get to 17,000, I'll call in. Shanghai Control, Shenyang 8954 with you, 17,000, climbing flight level 330.
Tianjin 8954, Shanghai Control identified. Good afternoon.
This is like a pretty populated island right here, or whatever section of land, whatever it is. Okay, we're going to stay to the east of it. We're going to stay over the water most of the way all, yeah, a good chunk of the way it looks like. Guess I'll get a little bit of lesson in Chinese geography by doing this.
Tianjin 8954, climb flight level 360.
Climb flight level 360, Shanghai 8954. Okay, let's see, I don't have my flight director on doing. I usually only see this for the flight director. See? Alright, starting to get N1 speed, starting to climb up a little higher. We'll get up around 91. We'll drop my vertical speed down to 1400. That's a lot of
info on 135.725 Junior Air 1182.
That's a lot of development over here on the coastal parts of this peninsula, or I don't know if it's a peninsula or island. It looks like peninsula to me. Top of the descent already down to 59 minutes.
Climb flight level 380.
I'm not even done climbing yet and already got top of the descent time. Climb flight level 380, Chongyang 8954. Alright, we put this to the flight position. We're a little slow on that, and we don't need the lights anymore.
This is mac and cheese for you on your left side.
Okay, it might take a bit. Well, I'll probably end up finishing the flight first, though. Put it up here out of the way for now. Not sure I'll be able to eat it with the VR goggles on. I can see it, but don't know how easy a time I'll have getting it to my mouth without getting it on the goggles. Look, we got a few airplanes up in front of us. Let's see if this has a better view here. Everything's too small on the other one. Okay, I'll have to figure out why it doesn't work. We're still doing alright here. Looks like we're... Yeah, we'll come down to 14 now. Usually by the time I'm around flight level 300, I expect to be down to about 1,000 or so. Alright, Mach 68, 0.68. Okay, I want ZYTL. That is our destination. Alright, VFR conditions, elevation 107. Transition altitude 11.8. SayIntentions ATIS. Dalian Sushulzi International Airport. Info uniform. Right and departing runway 10. Well, that makes it easy if everything's coming in on that same runway. Winds 140 at 10. Clouds and visibility okay. Temperature 21. Dew point 4. Oh, it's not very humid at all then. Decent gap there between temp and dew point. QNH 1015. Alright, let's go ahead and preset that. If I can get it to... Okay, it's not letting me adjust it yet. Okay, look like we are... Okay, it's not letting me do anything. Usually I have to go out of VR mode and do something. I was wondering why it wasn't letting me... See, I usually have to do that. Go out of VR mode and hit the button. Now, I hope I don't have any problems coming back in. Alright, yeah. Now we're good. I was trying to drop my vertical speed down to 1,000 and it I wasn't doing anything. Alright, was it 10:15, I think? Yeah, 10:15 to QNH. Okay. Arrival. Okay, I don't know if we'll use Yankee or Zulu for ILS. I could even use our nav with the visibility. Nixo 6. Let's look for that arrival procedure. Come on. Nixo 6. No transition. Yeah, what is where? See that arrow there. Fuel dumping area. I think we were coming in off, yeah. Let's say one of these over here. Okay, here's the airfield, it looks like. Yeah, so we're either come downwind this way or come downwind that way is what it looks like. I gotta look at what waypoints I have there toward the end. TL 604. Alright, there's 604. It should be 603, 602 after that, I would imagine. Yeah, 601, 111. 110 and 106. Okay, it's coming up this way. So TL 106 is the initial approach fix. So let's see. Oh wait. No, I meant to come in here first. Shit. You know what? I'm gonna come down a couple more 100 feet on that, and we're approaching Mach 0.78. Alright, we are there. Should be able to make it the rest of the way up to 380 at this current climb rate. Yeah, let's look at runway. Alright. Probably Zulu approach. TL 106 and 107 I thought we had in there, so yeah, in fact I know I saw 106 in there. Okay, so I would imagine ILS 10 Zulu approach. And then the 106 transition. Okay, yeah, now we have a distance in here, 465 miles out. Perfect. What is this down here? RNP. Oh. Yeah. Alright, let's get this back up. Only 33 minutes to top of descent now. Yeah, it's only a little over 600-mile flight. Was only expecting it to be about an hour and a half-ish, maybe a little more than an hour and a half total flight. And once I get settled in at 380, I'm going to go ahead and accelerate the sim rate a little bit, where it'll be much shorter before I start descending. So once I get above flight level, above 10,000 feet, then this aircraft accelerates to 280 knots. And then then I'll hold 280 all the way up until it matches Mach 0.78.
Okay.
And then the rest of the way up, I'll climb at Mach 0.78. Basically, my indicated airspeed, I don't know how much of this you're able to see from where you're at. Okay. Well, I have an airspeed right here. I don't know. But
Shanghai Control, China Eastern 6448, flight level 340.
Sounds like, yeah, it sounds like you're back there by the coffee table, so I'm not sure how much of around my head you can see. Okay, we have different airspeeds here, so the indicator airspeed, that's basically the air around the aircraft, what the aircraft feels like it's in. Right now I'm at 263 knots indicated, or Mach 0.783. But my true airspeed is 457. So we're almost 200 knots faster, true. Basically, with no wind at all, I would be doing about 455 to 460 knots across the ground. But right now I have an 86 knot crosswind. And, well, actually my ground speed's still right around what my true airspeed is. But once I make this turn about 160 miles out, start moving to the to the right, this crosswind will become a little more of a tailwind, and it'll actually get my ground speed up even higher. It's really misleading on there's a Facebook group for flight radar, and I always end up getting a bunch of people asking questions about it. How's this plane going so fast? Yeah, you got like a regular jetliner doing like 900 miles an hour or something, and they think that it's going supersonic. I'm like, no, that's a data glitch for one. It's going half that speed in reality. It's just a data glitch. So, like right now, I'm doing 456 knots true. So if you have a data glitch where the time changes but the position doesn't, on the flight radar side, it'll look like it's doing 0, but then the next time it gets an actual position update, it looks like the position's moved twice as far in a normal amount of time. So it looks like it's double its actual speed. That question gets asked ad nauseum in that Facebook group. Yeah, all the time. And then they always get me, it's a good it's good tailwind. I'm like, dude, you can have the highest tailwind ever recorded. It's not going to get the aircraft going that fast. I think the strongest wind at altitude I think has ever been recorded. It was like, I want to say like 340 knots or 340 miles an hour or something like that, which that's just obscene. Certain times a year you might.
8954, contact Shanghai Control on 133.8.
133.8 for 8954. Okay, yeah, 100 to 125 knot winds are not uncommon at all. In fact, I'm getting 81 right now. even up to 200 isn't super uncommon to see at certain times of year. But up above 200 is more unusual, I would say. Shanghai Control, Shenzhen 8954 with you, flight level 380. I'm just leveling off now.
Shenzhen 8954. Shanghai Control, identified. Good afternoon.
Okay, where's 106 at? Alright, there's 106. Alright, so it's just straight down here to intercept. And look like we'll intercept around 14 or so, or 14 and a half miles out. Okay, max 210 knots there. Okay. I have an idea what I'm working with now. Alright, let's get that next 6A arrival back in here.
Shanghai Control, Shandong 4603, flight level 230.
Shandong 4603, radar contact.
Okay, so next up for NTIP that I have here. I want to say it's next up, but yeah, I got next up in there. Alright, these are all my waypoints here that it's flying to from point to point. Where are my rings at? Oh, am I in the wrong mode or something? I'm in that mode. This is where I like having it. Such a funky arrival pattern there. This funky route I'm going to take. Okay, so looking at this chart here,
Okay.
I'm basically going to end up entering this arrival procedure right here at this mix-up,
Okay.
and then come here along this line here,
Okay.
and then come up, and then turn left over here,
Okay.
then make another left here,
It's kind of funky.
and then come up here, fly right past. Here's the airfield I'm going to land at. I'm going to fly right past it like that, and then come over this way, and then come in to land. I'm going to be facing. I'm going to be landing that direction from west to east.
It's a funky pattern.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird shit to that. I don't know why it's set up like that, but okay, there is some terrain. I see this big 3 and little 7 right there.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Okay, that means there's terrain there at 30. There's a peak there at 3,700 feet. There's another peak over here at 2,600 feet, and then this red ring here is 25 miles out from DBL. DBL is a VOR station that is this Dalian air VOR. It looks like it's just off the east side of the runway. So within 25 miles, I got some that terrain there. It seems to be that. Yeah, then there's 2,400 foot peak here. That might be why they have that kind of procedure set up to avoid the terrain. Another peak here at 4,300. So I'll take a guess that's why they have such a kind of a weird path that it follows. That's not even that much terrain. That terrain's not even that high. But mind you, when I'm about 10 miles away from the runway, I want to be right at about 3,000 feet off the ground. Uh-oh. Goggles just took a dump on me. I think I'm gonna have to ditch the gun. Oh, no. Oh. Continue without track. Alright. Let me. I hate when it does that. Get that up in your mode. Alright, gotta figure out. Let me try restarting the headset and see if I can get it to fire back up. Sometimes when once I get it fired back up, though, I have a hard time getting the virtual desktop stuff on the computer and the virtual desktop thing on the goggles.
Right.
Sometimes they won't communicate with each other unless I reboot the computer, which it's not going to happen. Fire back up or not? There we go. Power down process takes so damn long on these goggles. It takes a bit to figure out when I can actually start holding the button in to start it back up.
That's kind of frustrating.
Yeah, because if I hit the button too early, it's like, okay, I can hold it there all day and it's just not going to do anything. Work? Oh yeah, we got it back up. I was afraid of that. I was afraid it wasn't going to work, but we are okay. Alright, let's get that back up. Okay, yeah, confirmed ILS Zulu runway 10 arrival. Tango Lima 106 transition, which is exactly what I already have programmed in. I like. Okay, it's saying 33 minutes from top of descent, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and accelerate the SIB rate to 4x, get us closer, to get there faster. Some other AI aircraft in the area. One off to the left somewhere.
Jiangtian 8954. Contact Qingdao. Control on 133.725.
133.725 for Changjiang 8954. Qingdao Control. Changjiang 8954 with you, flight level 380.
Jiangtian 8954. Qingdao Control identified. Good afternoon.
Okay, 28 minutes to top of descent. 4x speed, that would put me at 7 minutes at 4x speed before I'll descend. Alright, I see some land up here, getting ready to get across over here before long. Yeah, I see a mountain right over here. Not super high, but it's there. Not at 38,000 feet. I won't even hit Mount Everest at that altitude. That's what I should do is do a
China Eastern 64905, flight level 270.
do a flight over by Mount Everest and check it out.
China Eastern 64905, radar contact.
Okay, I'm making a turn to the left. Got another waypoint I'm gonna cross really quickly though. I was wondering why it looked like I was going so far off away from that, but yeah, now we're gonna start making flying more direct than mix-up now. An airport right there. Not a bad sized city here. Well, mountains over here on the south end of it. Yeah, it's interesting the scenery you get looking at this, right? It's interesting the scenery you get looking at this, though, right? Do you ever?
Flight time it is. When you try to show me all my blackness, I don't have.
Do you want to try it on?
No. It makes me dizzy.
On this, I mean, with these jets like this, it doesn't make me dizzy at all. But like,
Qingdao Control, Transjade 1020, flight level 310.
yeah, helicopters though.
1020, radar contact.
Helicopters do have more of a tendency to make me a little motion sick. Not too bad, but it's there. But this, yeah, it doesn't bother me at all. I think the key thing there is that the closer you are to the ground, the more easily you'll get motion sick. Yeah. Well, it doesn't surprise me at all, and it's because when I've been on boats, yeah, like when I used to go deep sea fishing with a former girlfriend. The same thing. If I was in the back of the boat where I could look out on the horizon and stuff, I could be out there all day and not get sick at all. Yeah, half of everybody in the boat would get motion sick and all that from the boat rocking and stuff. But if I could look out on the horizon, you know, it didn't really matter if the boat was rocking a bit. I could look out on the horizon and it didn't get sick at all. I didn't even take any of that, yeah, Dramamine or whatever it is. Yeah, half of everybody would take Dramamine and, yeah, they'd still be thrown up sometimes. But for me, like the only time I had a problem is if I was inside the cabin. You know, like maybe going inside to make myself a bite to eat or something, or get a drink, whatever, and then, you know, the boat's rocking around and I can't look out any further than maybe 10 feet. You know, 10 feet. It's a 24-foot cabin cruiser, and I would say maybe 10 or so feet in front of me is as far as I'd be able to see, and that would be by the back door by the deck. On both sides, it's even more narrow. So, so when it's, you know, the stuff is always right there close by, it moves more quickly, and that's not why it tends to make you more motion sick. If you have something out a little further out, you can focus your vision on. It's less likely to affect you. And yeah, 38,000 feet. We're a lot further from the ground, so you don't get any kind of ground rush at that altitude. Okay, 12 minutes of top of descent, even at normal speed. I'm going to go ahead and accelerate till that'd be 3 minutes. Why are my other range rings not there? That's weird. Like it might be a town over here, a city over there, but I can't tell what's population and what's just terrain in some spots. So I do see what looks like some population here, but all of this other stuff, it's hard to tell what exactly that is. A lot of pools over here, or whatever, or buildings with like blue roofs or whatever the hell it is. Okay, let's go back to normal sim rate, and yeah, top of descent, 5 minutes out. Yeah, at this point, I usually start, once I'm within about 5 minutes, I usually go back to normal sim rate and stay there.
Why would we say that?
Yeah, because once I'm 4 minutes out, I'm on that 4x sim rate, it only takes 1 minute to get to where I need to descend.
Dalian 89054. Contact Qingdao. Control on 128.55.
128.55 for 8954. Yeah, if I'm flying at a higher sim rate and they start telling me to descend while I'm still at that speed, then I'm going to be traveling 4 times as far before I react, then, which I don't want. Chengdao Control, Shangyang 8954 with you, flight level 380.
Shangjian 8954. Qingdao Control identified. Good afternoon.
Okay, why do I have all that? I shouldn't have the 107 in there, should I? No, I'm not on the NIXEP 05, I'm on the NIXEP 06, so 107 shouldn't even be a waypoint on my thing. Let me double check. Yeah, it's GL 107. Okay. Well, actually, this is minimum safe altitude, I think. These are peaks right here. Forgot about that. Stand parking 82. All right, let's take a look at where that is. '82. don't even see a stand parking 82 there. Honestly, I don't think that would be there. I'll just follow the taxi instruction lines once I'm down there, because I don't see a parking 82 on the chart that I had.
Shangjian 89054, descend via Nightstep 06 Alpha to 4000 into Dalian, QNH 1013.
Come on, why are you not letting me change my vertical speed, eh? I'm descending now. Descend via Nightstep 06 Alpha to 4000, copy QNH 1013, Zhongyang 8954. Okay. So yeah, usually about 2,000 feet per minute. It's a little bit too fast for this. Otherwise it picks up speed a little bit too easily. What water? Great. Gotta go through that again. Ah, I see a couple of contrails over here. Where'd they go?
China 847, direct Yankee Alpha 103. Cleared for the ILS runway 35 approach. Descend and maintain altitude 2,000 feet until established. Altimeter 1013.
Down to 2,000 cleared for the ILS 35 approach, 9847.
Well, right over there to the left is where we're going. So, like, what approach are they? Where? They're probably going the same way, but they're not following the. They're getting a more direct vector, it seems.
9847. Contact Yangzhou Tower on 130.45.
130.45 E9847.
Arm that. Okay, how many miles out are we? 108? I think we'll be alright. We should be right around 30,000 feet once we're at 100 miles out.
Shangjian 8954, contact Dalian control on 122.15.
122.15 for Shangyang 8954. Dalian control, Shangyang 8954 with you. Flight level 310, descending 4,000.
Tianjin 8954. Dalian control identified. Good afternoon.
There's not even any terrain here. It's just water. I don't get why they have such a weird arrival procedure here. Okay, yeah, we look like we're a little behind schedule on the well, it might be alright because as we get down lower, our true airspeed starts coming down as we get lower. Hoping that'll help it. Okay, we got any speed restrictions here? Max 250 knots. Let's get our airspeed down to 250. By the way they make this look, I'm gonna be way too high, but we're still 85 miles out, so I imagine it should be alright. Every 10 miles should be 3,000 feet. So 80 should have me at about flight level 240. Yeah, I'm a little high, but yeah, see, I'm waiting for my airspeed to come down to 250, and then I'll put some more vertical in. .250 will also help me make this left turn a little more easily as well. Okay, I see what's going on there. Yeah, that's just that square pattern I was already expecting to take to land. Okay, let's get our vertical. Okay, I should be slowing about 230 knots here on this lake here, so. Go ahead and I want to get down below 250 so I can get a notch of flaps and that'll help me. Alright. One notch of flaps, now I can get my vertical speed down a little bit better. Okay, it looks like it's not giving me any flaps yet. Maybe I'm too high. Yeah, I'm gonna need speed brakes then. Guessing it won't let me. The flaps just probably won't come out because of my altitude or something. Or maybe my Mach level has to be below a certain point. We'll find out. $60 miles out, I should be down to 18,000 feet by now. Not too far off, 4,000, well, between 4,000 and 5,000 feet too high, it looks like. Okay, should be slowing down to 210 now on. Seems like getting screwed by this, the fact that these flaps aren't extending yet. I'm going to find out what'll get them to come out. It's got to be the... it's got to be the altitude, the Mach level or something. Okay, yeah, we need to be slowing to 210, so... Oh, now we got flaps. What's that say? Oh, speed brake is extended, okay. Yeah, I mean, see, the airfield's not that far in front of us, and we're still at 19,000 feet.
Tianjin 89er54, contact approach on 123.851.
123.85, 89er54. Dalian, approach Shanghai 89er54 with you, flight level 180, descending 4,000, Nixa 6 Alpha arrival.
Tianjin 89er54 identified. Good afternoon, cleared. Tango Lima 106 transition. Descend altitude 2960. Cleared for the ILS Zulu runway 10 approach into Dalian.
Cleared Tango Lima 106 transition and descend 2960. Cleared ILSZ runway 10. Shanghai 89er54.
China Eastern 69er62, climb and maintain flight level 180. Up to flight level 180. China Eastern 69er62.
Okay, we'll stay at about 210 all the way down to the initial approach at 106. Okay, let's get ILS Zulu 10 pulled up. Okay, 103 course heading. Oh, there's a restricted airspace over here, I see. Not sure what the altitude restrictions are though. Okay, so airfield should be up over here, somewhere over here off our right side. Don't see any signs of it yet. Unless it just looks like it could be it, yeah. The shape looks like it's right. It looks like dirt though. Yeah, that should be our airfield right there. Okay, yeah, here's our runway right there. Looks like a pretty decent long runway. Okay, 33 miles out. We should be down at 9,000 feet or so by the time we get to 30. So we're going to be a little too high still, but like I said, the true airspeed's going to keep coming down. That'll help us some. Alright, yeah, we're about 2,200 feet too high for now. That's 210. Somebody flying up at altitude up there in front of us. Okay, 7,500. Yeah, we're getting in there pretty good there. 25 miles an hour should be about 7,500 feet, and we're a lot less than 2,000 feet too high. So as quickly as we're intercepting there, I think we'll be all right there. Approach. What was ILS free? 109.1. Okay. 20 miles out should be about 6,000 feet up. Yeah, we're just hundreds of feet away from that, so I think we're looking all right on our altitude. Let's get our landing lights down, taxi lights on. I'll go ahead and slow to 180 once we make this turn. Okay, get about 12.5 miles out. I'll get that next notch of flap set up. Well, actually, look like you're already down to 13 miles.
Right now.
Now we should be at 14 miles when we hit that initial, the final approach fix. So, or well. Yeah, we're below the glide slope, so we're looking good. Okay, so we'll get that next flap set out once we make this, start ready to make this turn. Actually, now's the time. Should be turning left here now, yep. Gear down, or in transit. Alright, 3 green. Alright, I think that's our airfield right there in front of us. Well, we see the airfield. I can't tell where the runway's at yet, but I believe that's our airfield. I want to say that white over there on the left side is my runway, but a little hard to tell at the moment. Okay, glide slope on its way down.
Shenzhen 8954, contact Dalian Tower on 118.25.
118.25 for Shanghai 8954. Dalian Tower, Shangyang 8954, ILS Zulu 10.
Shenzhen 8954, Dalian Tower, say again.
Tower, Shangyang 8954, on final for ILS 10.
Shenzhen 8954. After the departing citation, runway 10, winds 140 at 10, cleared to land.
Cleared to land following the citation departure, 8954. A little behind schedule on my flap extensions though. How am I that high above the glide slope? 900 feet per minute at this airspeed should be catching up to it, not getting further off.
Approaching runway 10.
Okay, we're off to the left. don't like this. Man, we're off to the right. What am I thinking there? I'm gonna do a hand flown approach. Why does it look like it's... I got 10 knot winds.
400.
Alright, there we go.
300. 200.
God, what is with it? Now, why does it look like I'm pointing one way, but...
Light slow.
Shut up.
Light slow. Approaching minimums. Light slow. Light slow. 40. Light slow. 30. Light slow. 20. 10.
Definitely not my best landing there. I don't know why it's... It looked like I was facing one direction and actually moving in a different direction. I think it was because of the wind. I was expecting to be already lined up with the runway though, so it was just such a weird, the entire approach was weird. Alright, got a little Cessna taxi now.
8954. Exit at Romeo Whiskey Yankee 10 is able. Contact ground on 121.65.
How you been?
Switching to ground, Shanghai 8954. Get out the way, Christian. I need to get parked. Dalian, ground, Shanghai 8954. Request taxi to the gate.
Taxi to gate 43 via Bravo. Good day.
Or 3 via Bravo 8954. There are really this many tall buildings with that size in this area? Well, it's surrounded by airfield with only one runway like this. It's just kind of hard to fathom this many buildings being here. I have to look this place up to see if this is what it really looks like. It's at 43. Actually, I feel like we're overshooting here. In fact, this gate over here is where we're supposed to be. Oh, okay. So this gate right in front of where this little piss end is at. Why is he there then? Why not put me in this gate since that guy's right there? Are they really supposed to be parked right there? It's definitely the right spot that they're wanting me in. Okay. Yeah, it just seems really strange that this kind of airport has this much. I wouldn't call them tall, but definitely not small buildings. I mean, it looks like it's just completely surrounded. What is up with this? This seems odd. Okay.
8622, contact tower on 118.25.
Tower 8622.
Alright, guys, I am going to wrap this one up, I guess. Okay. Engine bleeds off. Let's see. Fuel pumps off. Engine cutouts. Cutouts. Come on, quit doing that to me. Quit moving my mouse, damn it. I'm trying to change my transponder stuff. Okay, I think that's a wrap there. Let's get these off. Okay. What? Yeah, why do I have to be the one doing it? I got these damn goggles on. Alright. I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna get off here.
8790, give way to the Skywagon.
Alright, you all have a good night. I'll probably have another.
8790.
Yeah, I'll probably do another flight tomorrow sometime out of here. So, see you guys.